Let us know in the chat right now. We got close to 600 right now. Where's everybody watching from tonight? I always like to see.
Yeah.
Real answers only. Where's everybody watching from? I know we got Bluffton in the house. I know we got a couple Boston viewers. I imagine some from Florida, Colorado, around Texas. I know Connecticut's in the house. Maybe the Netherlands, perhaps. I know we're pretty
Man, you're getting a lot of emails from the Netherlands.
Pretty huge in the Netherlands.
We're huge in the Netherlands.
Big in the Philippines.
Just big in the Philippines. We're trying to break into Indonesia.
I know we got some India.
Liechtenstein.
Some viewers from India as well.
Yeah. They like us in India. Liechtenstein.
AC in the house. Tennessee. Poconos. Canada. Taiwan. City of Champions, Boston. The CB must be smoking a little something or drinking a little late. That was about 2 decades ago. Nobody wins in Boston. Just ask the Islanders. They whip on the Bruins all season long.
City of Champions.
Nah.
So many championships in that city.
Good on the shout-outs. People watching from all over. Shout-out to people watching on Facebook as well. But we got Sammy here with Kings. Milan Poker with Ace Queen of Hearts. And he's been so card that wakes up with this hand. He's like, finally, I have something to work with. But he is in terrible shape up against the Kings of Sammy here. And Naked James is going to come along with his crabs trying to set mine here. So a nice little pot here brewing. 10-5-2. 2 hearts. So Milan with in position and the heart draw.
Cowboys, I'm looking at all the people
Wake up,
where
man.
they're all from. It's
God,
fun to watch.
God,
where everybody's from.
Always
Mikey.
late in the third period and into overtime. Rick just gets his eyes fascinated on the chat, and we lose him here in the action. He has no stamina for late in the game here. That's why you find him on the bench usually when push comes to shove.
I'm a starter.
I'm a closer, Rick.
I'm a starter. I
so
got
I'm
to
going to
be
come
honest.
in here and bring us home like Mariano Rivera, the all-time great, talking about champions.
I'm Pedro Martinez. I'm a starter. Yeah. I go about 7 innings and then take a seat.
Jeez, snoozing here, and they had to, like, nudge him. Wake up, Rick. We got a big can here brewing. Naked James is all in with a pair of 3s.
Ace Queen with the heart draw for Milan MG Poker. Is he going anywhere, Mike?
You know, he might be going somewhere, but Sammy's not going to be going anywhere. It's going to be interesting to see if Milan makes the call. What will Sammy do here? So this is a hand of the night candidate here when almost lost to Rick to a nap.
I'm back. Naked James making plays.
And Milan is straight up. Do you want to gamble, Milan? I mean, you got overs here. What are you putting James on? Would he ever be doing this with a set? No. Maybe he has like a hand like jacks. I mean, you're blocking aces and queens, so if you think James has a hand, it's either like a 10, jack 10, or pocket jacks. That's the type of hands he would be having here, so you got to calculate your odds for overs. Have your heart outs as well, and you want to gamble here. You're under the lights here. You flew a long way from Florida, but you also have a player to act behind you in Sammy, who's checked, though, and his kings are very under-repped here. So,
what do you do here, Mikey?
It just depends on how my
you know the cards, though, but what would you do?
It depends on my feeling here. I mean, he's kind of it's close. I'd do a number. I'd be calling sometimes, or I'd be rejamming. I'm not just calling. I'm either rejamming or I'm folding a percentage of the time.
Calling is all in because James got him covered, but
it's going to be interesting once if Milan calls how Sammy will do this. Now that since Milan's been in the blender for so long, you got to feel really good here with Kings. The Kings will be a snap call. If Sammy even thinks about it here, if Milan folds, I'm going to be shocked. But definitely a gross spot here for Milan. And he's barely played a hand tonight. He's had nothing to work with. So usually when you've been so card dead and you pick up a draw like this, you're going to go with it because you're just fed up of folding the whole night. So I think Milan will flick in a chip begrudgingly.
Obviously, if it's heads up, he calls. But because of the third person behind him, it's not as easy as call as people think.
Right. But it's just this line doesn't make sense from James. So
a quick call, as you mentioned, from Sammy.
So Naked James in big trouble here. Likely to get felted It's pretty close. Where he's got an out.
Ooh,
Oh my
there's
God!
the heart.
The 3 of hearts. What an action card there on the turn, and the
Milan
hearts would
leaves the table.
The hearts would have
Ooh,
got there.
Look at the boat.
Oh, the boat. So
Naked
whoa.
James comes out of nowhere. Oh my goodness.
Gets there on the turn. So Milan, what a seesaw battle that was. He would have connected with that flush. James hits the trips on the turn, but then the boat gets there on the river. What a hand indeed. Naked James, the line that made no sense, going for a hero shove.
Milan
gets rewarded.
got up from the table in disgust and then is patting himself on the back right now
my God.
for that fold.
That 3 came all the way down from where, Rick?
From space. And let me tell you, how far behind was Naked James?
So far behind.
You run the numbers.
Yeah, 2
he
outs.
Needed runner.
Yeah.
Well, he needed a 3. He needed.
He could have had running straight cards too, but that is brutal. Sammy is felted. I'm sorry, Sammy.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Wow.
My God.
And you saw Milan Poker get up from the table when that heart hit.
Yeah, but that
just
what
disgust.
a turn. What a turn. Hand of the night right there. Fat James just gets there. So many new people in the chat right now. 650.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome everybody to this channel. Hit that like button and subscribe if you like coolers and suckouts like that. My goodness. Also hideous green shirts there in C5. Sorry, Felipe. Got to bring it strong on camera.
Yeah, he was like Poker for a Living. He was 87-13 behind, but that's just the odds that James loves.
Yeah, 13% of the time, good every time. And Naked James,
Look at that.
the big dog, 1.6, and Sammy all the way to the depths of the bottom, down 1.3. Milan 7.74. Jake's up 7.11. Everybody else hanging around AC 616.
Yes, that will definitely be a clip that our man Dave Klaproth creates. Mark that. You'll see that in about 5 days or less.
Wow. Gets rewarded there. I would not recommend that play in the poker playbook. Jamming there with 3 as that line really made no sense. The only thing that made sense was like an ace 10. Even that's kind of weird. Jacks, maybe. It's all very weird. We saw he was in bad shape. King snap call, rightfully so, snap call. Got a snap call, and then you're so good for a double, and then all your dreams and hopes crushed and flushed down the drain there on the turn.
With a 3 of hearts, a 2-outer